Welcome to Tuesday and the stream of the day. Uh, Sorry to get to it earlier. I Hey, Daniel Barry. Daniel Barry, if you ever lose your channel or something ever happens to you, and I don't see Daniel Barry at the start of everyone in my show, it's really gonna throw my world off now. Like with the autism, having that drastic change all of a sudden. Hey, skeptic. What's going on? I peeked at the news. I didn't see anything new, but I did have a tweet or two that came across my feed that I thought would be interesting to share. Um, do I want to show this one or not? Let's see. It's political stuff. I think I'll skip this one for now, but I do want to share this one. It's the words of John F. Kennedy. I guess I'll just read it. In 1946, the United Nations General Assembly passed a resolution reading in part, and this is quoting, freedom of information is a fundamental human right and the touchstone of all the freedoms to which the United Nations is consecrated. This is our touchstone as well. This is the code of the voice of America. We welcome the views of others. We seek a free flow of information across national boundaries and oceans, across iron curtains and stone walls. We are not unafraid to entrust the American people with unpleasant facts, foreign ideas, alien philosophies, and competitive values. For a nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood in an open market is a nation that is afraid of its people. That was JFK. And hey, Cheesehead. I've said this before, but I use the word trust when, like, the extremism on both the left and the right. I see it a lot on the left, but I think I saw it more on the right as I was younger. And things like implicit bias, systemic racism, white supremacy, patriarchy, MAGA, Project 2025, Trump's going to be a dictator, all that. There's an emotional reaction behind my reactions to all of that, and I've voiced it before a few times, and I've phrased it something like, it sounds like you don't trust the people, you don't trust Americans, you don't trust your own people to be decent or do the right thing, and I think John F. Kennedy used fear. It's a nation that fears its own people. And maybe that's a better. Of course, you're going to fear what you don't trust. So there's probably some relation. But have we become this nation that JFK's talking about? Do we fear our own people? Do we fear each other as Americans? Are we that afraid of each other? So maybe the fear is the primal emotion at the root of the mistrust. So that's what that tweet made me think of. Uh, I don't think I have any more. I really didn't see much about the Trump interview in my world of social media, other than that it was boring, which is the same feedback we got from the chat. Some of them were watching it live last night. So I guess I have nothing to say there on the Trump thing. Other than that, it's just a open panel. You know my rules, limited. You have to make it past the velvet rope. Um, but just open panel. I'll keep it going for another half hour or so, and then try again tonight if nothing happens. But I like to come and keep the space open. Cheesehead, Bones, and I have so many new audience members. I'm not sure who knows who or who. It seems like some of them in the comments have. I love getting to know my audience, so and my viewers. Okay, we have our regular correspondent here to give us an update on whatever he's going to update us on today. Welcome, Mr. Hank.
Hey Jeff. So what am I gonna update you on? But I trapped King Stephen and Officer Snaps yesterday in their own just confusion, and other people actually picked up on it.
Wait, kicked off of snaps? I thought he lost all his channel. I thought he can't keep a
No, he
channel.
has no. I know he was on King Stephen's show, and
Oh, okay.
someone else actually reviewed it. I think what's his name? He calls himself Booker Gabriel. He reviewed it, and pretty much it fell in my trap.
Why? Okay, my first question is, why do you come here and reveal all your plots if you have all these schemes going? Would
Oh
that put them at jeopardy?
no, no, for two reasons.
Because no one's gonna watch my channel
So
for
what
one.
you as a Satanist, you should know this one. Revelation of the method. If I tell them, it keeps me karmatically balanced.
I didn't know that one, but I'm learning I'm not as good of a Satanist as I thought I was. And what's the second one?
The second one is just to see what they're actually watching. I want to know what they're watching. So I say different things in different places to see what facts they can put together.
Oh, like trace it. I know that one. Where you put out information and you track it and see where it ends up and where it goes.
Yes.
So you put out different. So you're kind of producing in a way yourself. You put out little snatches of content on different streams, and then you see which other streams they start to show up on.
Yes. So, for example, there's some thing that there's rumors about, but I verified that you can't find it anymore on the internet. I'm a good. I know who's watching what.
Okay. Wow. Are you noticing any interesting patterns or things to like? You like our internet, our Panoverse weatherman. Do we have any trends coming that we
Yes.
should keep an eye out for? Hey,
Yeah.
OTW.
So yesterday I got pretty much all the people you banned from your show on Illumitami, and they were all going at each other. And I extended the show by donating 1333. I asked for one more hour, and he gave me 4 more hours.
Hank, you are wicked. You are wicked good. Um, did you hand select them because they were rejects from my show, or it just happened to end up that way?
It just happened to end up that way.
And just to be clear, I haven't. There's very few people I actually have banned. There are some people I don't let up on my show regularly, if that's what he means.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a bunch of women, and who else? King Stephen till he apologizes to Chris, and just really not much. No, and Illuminati. That's about it that I know of.
Yeah, and I'm fine with Tommy actually. I have him hidden. I think his comments are he's banned in the comments because of some of the content he types sometimes. But I don't myself have anything personal against Tommy. In
His
fact, I
game
admire
works.
some of the
Yes.
work he does.
Yeah, me too. So
Lanza, Brown's
I've been,
boy.
yeah, I've been, a
Oh,
little, I have a minor issue with you. So what you did to Sarah yesterday is called scientism, which is it's part of the woke agenda. Pretty much, you challenge someone on a science thing, but then you don't let them go ahead and make their point.
well, but that's not what happened yesterday. Because what I was challenging was the methodology, and what she was addressing was not that. So we weren't even in the same conversation very early on.
Uh,
But then I kept getting accused of doing things that I wasn't doing and associated with things that other people have done or from the past. And I wanted to make it clear that that's not what I was doing on the stream. I was very clear that that's not what this was. So I wanted to like draw a boundary between what I was asking and what I was trying to do and what people in her past might have done or asked her.
all right. Well, I've given her advice to take like appeal to Wikipedia and just stop taking it seriously
That's
and
all
just
I
stop
was going
now.
off of was Wikipedia
Yes,
the whole
yeah.
time.
Yeah, so I actually advise her to just say, if you see it appear to Wikipedia, just laugh at and say, "Oh, the general Wikipedia." It's Wikipedia's an encyclopedia. It's not a scientific journal. I mean, a blog would probably be better if it's a specialized blog. So
Yeah, that's why I was asking for them. And what she was presenting actually was because I went back and looked at it. It was a what do you call it? Where they examined different studies. So it wasn't a study itself, but it was them
as a
looking.
meta study,
It was
and
a
that's
meta. Yeah.
as academic meta study, and that is academic study. All meta studies or studies.
Yeah, but it's because I was interested in the methodology specifically. I would need the methodology of each of the studies and the meta study. And they gave summaries of some of it, so I had a little sketch of kind of what I was looking for. But none of it, I'll have to say, was convincing for me to move it from the pseudoscientific category to the scientific, which is exactly what Wikipedia said itself. So
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't take it from Wikipedia. That was my starting point, and I looked at it myself, and I said, "Yep, it pretty much matches what Wikipedia is saying."
Yeah, but that's why I don't use those categories anymore. They're meaningless to me. Pseudoscience with science. There's a lot of established science that is literally bullshit. You saw the academic scandals where people where heads of institutions got popped for faking
The
results.
grievance hoaxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Um,
Right.
yeah, and the pseudoscience was Wikipedia's word. That's the only reason I even brought it in. Hey,
yeah.
Lanza,
Hey,
what's up?
I just know it's very hard to convince a pseudoscientist.
Yes, it can be. Are you on the island or you at the lake?
Dude, I can't believe you remember that.
I know. Ever since you put it in my head, it's been like,
It's
when do we get to see the lake?
like honestly,
Let it go.
as long
I
no
can do.
no as long as I get there by like 8, I think I'll be all right. As long as I get there by 8, which means
y-
I got to be chilling here with you guys for about 15, 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
and
you
then
going today? You still going?
yeah, I could. Yeah, it's just my neighbor. Like
Oh,
I'm gonna what do you call it? Like water boy. You know how like the water boy rode a tractor to town. I'm gonna
yeah.
like they're my neighbors, so I'm just gonna like ride this mower over to there. And it's a lake. Yeah, they got this lake and an island, and I'll show it to you, my brother.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm easy. It really is the little things. So, Hank, what do you think about this
no receipts.
network thing where we kind of collaborate with other content creators to build up a shared audience that we send back and forth to each other's channels, even though like some of us don't trust and outright hate each other.
it's fine as long as we don't try to make a bureaucracy around it. Because I'm
Say the second part. I didn't
yeah,
hear it.
I'm fine with it. I do it. But as long if there's a bureaucracy around that put me in a
Without
bad position.
bureaucracy.
Yeah,
This doesn't sound like it's going to be much organized at all.
yeah,
I think I was the most bureaucratic about it in
yeah,
the whole bunch.
yeah. So I mean, I saw that there was a panel that Moose did. I didn't get have time to review it yet.
You
But
should
yes,
it's an interesting one. We were talking about the panel verse, so you might get some.
Are you got?
I
What are you talking about? What's the issue?
It's not an issue. There's some content creators that kind of want to get together
Right?
and collaborate and share audiences and kind of stream
Yeah.
continuously or as continually as we can, and
Somebody in
just
my
keep feeding the audiences from one stream to another
Yeah,
throughout the
like
day.
that makes total like sense. Like that's been done.
But
yeah,
but
It,
the issue is like the people that are proposed to be included, they don't all harmonize. So it's audience. It's going to be very experimental and chaotic because my
mm,
audience is not necessarily going to match some of the other audiences, etc. So if we try to mix all of these diverse audiences,
so
it could get.
aren't you a libertarian?
I have an idea.
Mm-mm.
You guys
No, not anymore.
Classical liberal.
Classical liberal.
I'm an American.
Alright. Then
What?
what?
Okay, go ahead, Hank, and then I really want to hear Lance's idea too.
No, I
Yeah.
forgot. I already forgot it now.
Jot it down real quick. It sounded like it was a good one.
It's good. It's good.
Hey, Ricardo.
You go
All right,
ahead.
go ahead, Hank.
Okay.
No, I
Um.
forgot. I forgot what it was.
It passed. If it comes back, interrupt.
Yes. Interrupt me. So we kind of do this all the time already. Well, pretty much you can do nothing and it's already happening because people watching one panel goes and watch the next panel already.
Yeah.
The only thing you want to do is automatically redirect people. Is that correct?
Like, kind of taking advantage of that momentum that's already there, that
Yes.
natural flow.
So if you catch someone that falls asleep and they wake up and see the next panel, that's pretty much what you're doing right now.
Oh.
Okay.
You mean as long as the screen is on, there is a panel open, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
And we could even like have a second channel that it gets streamed to, where you could pull up that one channel and there's always some panel going.
I don't know how that works technologically yet. I think it's possible to do.
I
But
don't
you're gonna need a
know.
lot of trust. You're gonna need a lot of trust to maintain
Like,
that. I wouldn't.
That's true. You will need the trust, but
Yeah.
some way for like if I wake up at 3 in the morning, some way to figure out which panel is the panel that's part of this thing, because there's going to be like maybe 3 or 4 panels going, but which one are all of our people at?
dude, you know, you risk
We
diluting
might maybe put
certain
something
value.
in the title or have some
Uh,
little logo or emoji that we
just-
create.
Maybe just make a hashtag. But here's
For what reason?
It's useless. I think it's useless territory. Drama thing. I don't recommend.
Well, so you see some of the same risk I do,
Yes.
because there's
So-
people. I think there's people that when they
There-
see the natural drama, they start to produce it and inorganically farm it for content.
Yeah.
Well,
And this
Yeah,
is going to create a massive supply of that.
Like part of
Yes.
this thing.
yeah. It'll turn it into just team playing party politics thing.
Probably
So-
not. I mean, if they're adults, right?
No.
Well,
No.
there's the rub.
No. I mean, there's the adults run.
You have
Oh,
adults and
what
you
do we
have
can-
adults.
Boy.
If we can foresee the future, then let's just pre-classify them as idiots. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So it's just gonna devolve into team playing party politics nonsense, and it doesn't benefit me. So
Well, he was one of the
strictly against it.
proposed.
Yeah, I'm strictly against it because it doesn't benefit me at all.
Oh my God, I have so many
Yo,
little demons
how
on one shoulder and little angels of wisdom on the other. What am I going to end up doing?
How about like, yo, like your friends are still your friends. Yeah?
Is anyone a friend in the Panelverse? Does friendship exist in this world?
Yes, but only if you like top of the pyramid conspirators like me and the Machine Lies.
Then it exists.
No, I think it only exists on 24-hour panels that dumped into each other. Logic. Sorry.
So
Well, you know, my number one priority is protecting the community I'm trying to build. So anything that puts that in jeopardy, which I'm worried this could, so I really shouldn't be taking the risk. But at the same time,
What is the offer? I don't understand the offer.
to be part of this little group, this little network,
What little group?
whoever it ends up being, but a group
How
of
did you
content
hear-
creators that have channels and audiences that are going to help each other to grow their audience.
Well, that would make sense on some level, so I would want to know who they would be.
Right, that's the next step. But
Yeah.
already knowing some of them,
And guess what? About like a year and a half maybe ago, there was a content creator that I was kind of friends with or whatever, and I forget, he got like 10,000 subs and then got shut down for some reason. But he said in some emails to me, he said he regretted working with some people he said you would be so surprised at the behind the scenes bull crap. And he said he's like, yeah, there's a couple of regrets I have with working with, or doing something with someone because of whatever type of whatever. Like, I don't know what he's explaining exactly, but maybe
No, that's a legitimate fear. That is my worry too. That
Yeah,
happens with nonprofits when you pick the wrong people on your board and it all falls apart.
yeah. So here's another issue. This could be a setup too. So it could devolve into a scam. So there's a thing called YouTube networks, but those networks don't do anything except siphon money from you. So that could be so it could be a scam like that too. So other than the party
like
politics,
the jewelry channel.
you could just be you could just be just scammed.
In what way would they siphon from my channel?
So they'll say we get a cut and
Oh
don't
no,
really
they
do
don't.
anything.
There's no cut involved. Everybody's doing their own channel and taking care of their own financial side of it.
Yeah.
So it's just a networking thing. It's not a financial arrangement.
Okay.
Unless it doesn't sound, I've never heard anybody talk about charity or giving benefits yet, or is that already? If that's not being mentioned already, then that's already kind of not a great sign.
If what's not being mentioned?
Uh, Giving a percentage to a charity of some sort.
I have and Moose have. We both would like to see some kind of community fund that
That was talked
can
about.
be. Yeah, me and Moose have that can be fed back into the community, like according to need or however. But have some kind of fund for the community.
I would recommend you
Well, I
just
got to get running, but maybe I might still listen to you guys.
Okay, cool. And
Later.
take care. Have fun at the lake on the
yeah
mower.
I would recommend you just corporations are cheap to build. If you're going to do that, just build it yourself. Put run it yourself, or put someone you actually trust in charge of it. And if and um just you dish out money as you see fit. You're confident enough to do it. So
Oh, you're
just do
talking
it.
about like the a community if we do something like
Yeah, if
that.
you do a
Yeah.
community fund, just you
Oh,
could
it would be
just have
yeah,
your own one attached to just
yeah,
your stuff, rather than
absolutely.
then don't bother. You don't involve them past the point they need money or they put in money.
Yeah.
The thing
This would
money
all
wise.
just kind of be to help build audiences and keep the numbers going.
But yeah, here's the biggest issue I have, which I told this uh, directly to Chris. Um, I don't want to have this people tell me where I'm allowed to go to. I will totally say hell no to that, especially if they're not paying me. I just
Like
don't.
which panels you can go on.
Yes, yeah. If you try to gatekeep me,
Hmm.
I will you will be punished for that. And Pussy Paul felt it himself. You can
Is
ask
there a
him.
spell for that? Because I sure could use one too.
Yeah, there's multiple spells.
Yeah,
But
no, it's more about the creator. Like we're all running our own channel. We're not going to tell each other what to do on our own channels. It's just like where our audiences come from and what channels we recommend to our audiences.
here's the thing: Paul Enslaved already kind of did that, and he was telling other people what to do on their channels. That's why I had those
Ah,
signs. Yes, that's why I
ah.
have all those signs, because he was telling Jack how to run his channel, and Jack was like, okay, I had enough of this, so I support Jack and steer Paul away.
So that might be what happens. We all get together. It works for a little while until someone starts trying to tell everybody else what to do, and then people start pulling out, saying
Exactly.
"fuck this," and going back to the independent way we're doing it now. So it'll probably be like a cycle.
Yeah. So you did cycle, but go ahead and plan your exit already, because you know where it's going.
Well,
Because
I've barely put my foot in the
yeah,
entrance.
yeah. So you can run the ride, but just know you had to get off soon.
Yeah,
So
I
don't
think that's a
don't
good approach.
yeah.
Hank, you
Don't,
really are like someone suggested the other day. You should start some kind of consulting, panel verse consulting
Sarah,
service.
yeah, Ezra did. There's Ezra.
Yeah, I second that. I think you were good at. You'd be good at something like that.
But the issue is that none of these panel hosts, except for Flow State, have money.
Right. I was,
So
was
why
about
even
to
bother
say.
charging?
Well,
What I would do is take the skills and go to people who have money.
yeah.
In fact, the fact that most of you don't have money is why I could sneak in a disruptive message via super chat so effectively and pocket change me.
Oh, because we're so desperate, we'll take
Yes,
even Hank's.
yes,
But the classier panels will know what to prioritize.
the money. The Flow State prioritizes the money.
I don't want to become audience captured. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I only just got monetized, so I don't actually know how this is gonna work. But y'all can send me money to try to get me to do things, but I can't promise I'm gonna honor it. If like kick this person or change this name or whatever, I know other panels do that, and
That's
I don't know how swayed I am by
it's
money.
only two
But y'all
panels
are
to do
welcome
that.
to attempt it.
It's only 2 panels to do that. That's Flow State and Speakeasy. That's the only 2 panels
But
to do
some
that.
people try it on panels just to try it. Like they'll make their super chat say, "Please mute so and so," or "Please
Yeah,
kick so and so off."
yeah. Well, it's host discretion at that point because you didn't
Right.
agree.
So I
You
just
didn't
don't
pick.
want them to think that just because they send it with some money, it's going to actually happen.
Yeah, yeah. Well, of course, it's not going to happen. It's just host discretion.
Of
Just
course, they
okay.
say everybody has their price too.
Yeah. So that's I had to
But
emphasize.
it
The
adds a
host is the dictator of the panel.
panel
As far as
tyrant right here.
yes. So
Yeah,
so
this adds a
your problem is if someone sets somehow gets enough leverage to say, well, they're the bossy because they run the network. That's what you're not. That's what you're gonna want to avoid like the plague.
yeah.
Unless they're paying you, you just say no to that. And even if they are paying you, it's probably not gonna be enough to be worth your time.
Hey, Spike, I I saw you on some other panel just now. I forgot which one, but good to see you again. You have a very unique logo. It stands out. Let's see what Daniel has to say. That is my yes, Daniel. That is my. I don't want people telling me who I can or cannot have on the panel, and if the conversation's going well, I want to be able to keep someone on the panel as long as they're contributing to the conversation. So if someone can pay to just snatch somebody out of that whenever, that messes up what I'm trying to do. And I don't like the censorship of mute this person or take this person's voice away from money. It just goes against my fundamental moral intuitions. But at the same time, part of it's kind of a game and in fun. Maybe certain types of panels, if it's a specific type of panel game type, that's okay. But normal panel conversations, I don't want money. Just like money in politics, I want money out of the content, but I still want people to be able to send super chats. I don't know. This adds a new level of challenge, and I'm only just now getting to explore it. So I'm gonna just. That's why I'm taking it slow. I'm gonna see what I notice, see what my reactions are. This is new territory. I'm not used to people throwing
So
money at me.
well, it's not well for your panel. It's not appropriate for like Flow State. He's just trying to keep the conversation going enough we can make some money. So
Yeah,
that's why it's
mine's
optimized
more
for that.
like a donation box at the front of the
Yeah,
church or something. The collection plate.
exactly. But someone could still use that to sneak a message through that you may try to avoid, but and just so, so generally when someone puts a super chat in, they'll highlight it so someone can definitely use that to sneak a message through.
Yeah. Well, good. It helps to have. I'm glad to know you. I'm glad you're
Hmm.
part of this. It helps to have eyes like yours on this.
Yeah. So there's some channels that won't even work. So like the line, if it's if it the line's extension from the Atheist Code of Austin, they'll go ahead and delete your super chat if it's offensive enough to them or disrupt.
People will delete super chats.
Yes, but they have to be like a really tight code to bother to do
Do
that.
they
So
have to give the money back, or they still get to keep the money?
they get to keep the money, but
Dang, that's cold.
I had a snapshot of that, so it didn't matter. I knew they were gonna get pissed, but that rarely happened. They had to be a very tight they pretty much have to be a cult and have to be really tight for it to happen. Another thing that you can expect to happen is that you may go on someone's panel and eventually they'll just go ahead and hide or delete the video. Paul and Slave does that a lot. So
Wait, what do they do? Say it again.
they'll either unlist the video or they'll literally delete it because either they just didn't want people to see it, or they got in trouble, or sometimes they'll put it under a membership only. So that will happen. So the logs will be deleted on some channels.
Oh, because it's something that happened on the stream that they got negative feedback
Yeah.
about or reaction to,
Yes.
so then they go back and try to memory hole it.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't do that here. I don't even remember. Like once I leave a stream, I don't. It goes in the archive, so I would even know where to go back and find it to even delete it.
Yeah, you can pretty much go to your panel where your YouTube control tab to just pretty much where you can edit the videos or see your ban list. You could go there to
Yeah, that's a bunch of work. I'd rather just leave them up.
Yeah, me too. But sometimes when you're not good at hosting, you'll just get in a lot of problems and you'll have to unlist stuff just to keep your channel. And other times they just want the memory hole stuff because they said something embarrassing they don't want.
But that's one thing. Like that's one of the advantages of this medium because it archives and captures everything. So when you go back and deliberately try to erase the record, you fuck with that.
Yeah, but if that's what having a record gone where it should exist means I can use that for leverage. So
that's a great idea, Spike. Actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you make my point. I just want I want to be in good faith. I want people to know what to expect if they decide to send money thinking something's gonna happen. I want to set expectations, because I'm not very influenced by money. So I want people to know the limits of that.
But yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect from getting that kind of agreement, unless you're limited to, okay, at this time, I'll send my people over here. Unless you have an exception in there, it's just gonna be just team playing party politics.
Yeah,
you mostly wasting your time.
I'm still not sure if I can even do a raid yet because YouTube told me I had to have 1,000, but people are telling me that no, you can still do it without that. So.
I don't know how to do it. I think who knows? The Flow State knows how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Flow State and Paul.
I think it's something you have to turn on, and then the channel you're rating to has to have their permission to be rated turned on too.
Yes. So I think I have it enabled that can be rated, but I don't know how to do the rate yet.
Yeah, that's what I haven't figured out either. So even if I do this, I'm not sure I would be able to send my audience anywhere.
Without automatically, you could still do it manually. Say put a link in there.
Yeah, that's what I do now. In fact, let me practice. Let me see who's streaming. That would be in this Oracle. I think Oracle was maybe part of it. So Oracle streaming. I have so many networks. It's keeping this one straight. We're gonna need an icon for it for sure. So Oracle, and it looks like, is it his or is he just restreaming? Let me check.
It's his. He has
an iFi, an Oracle.
No, he doesn't have iPhone. He's just in the comments.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. 21 watching. That's not bad. Let's see. He's been going for. Oh, he just started. So yeah, this is kind of how it would work. Like if I were ready to wrap up, which I might be, I would say, okay, audience, Oracle streaming. I'm gonna send you over there next if you want to. They can always leave. And then I hit a button and all of my audience ends up in Oracle's chat, watching Oracle stream. That's what a raid is.
Affirmative. That's how it works.
Just like the other day, me and DeFreak were wrapping up and all of a sudden there's like almost 50 people in my chat commenting. That was because Mel did a raid and sent her audience to me. So that's what a raid is. So if I were part of this, I would send you over to Based Oracle's channel from here as I wrap my stream up. As it is now, I'm just going to post the link. Yes, like what Mel did. The problem, this is the dilemma. I'm building a certain type of audience, and they're not going to always want to be sent to some of these channels. Like some of these channels are the complete opposite of what I'm trying to do here. But if I agree to like share audiences, then those channels are open for me to send my audience to. And I want to respect my audience. And I say audience, I should say community. It's the community I'm looking out for. Because audience is adults. They can just watch what they want. If I send them somewhere they don't like it, they could just not watch. I'm
Yeah.
more try to keep the community a certain type of way. And if I send it to channels that have the opposite of that, um, not that that's bad. I'm not trying to censor. I'm not saying those channels should be allowed to do that. I'm just saying, do I want my name associated with some of that? And it
Yeah.
will kind of be if I send my community there.
Yeah. So what I recommend is you just not agree to it yet. Maybe let them do it for like 3 months to see if it works, and maybe you agree to it later, or just not be stuck in the agreements unless it's. And even if you want to agree, you need a sunset date just to start with. You need a
My
sunset date.
sunset date is the second I decide to pull out. I'm jumping out.
Oh yeah.
But I think I'm going to do it just on a case by case basis, just experimentally, and see how it. Like every now and then, I might send my audience somewhere, or I have my raids turned on, so people are welcome to raid me, and I will deal with each raid as it
Yeah.
happens. So I'm not so much concerned about being raided on my end as I am where I send my community.
Yeah. So if you do say we're going to agree to send people to here, but you have to agree on a sunset date where you're not obligated to do so unless they renew. Period.
Yeah,
So.
and I can always turn my raid thing off ultimately if I need to.
Hmm.
Yeah, Spike. So you get it. it's. Uh, I mean,
Well, I
it's
don't have.
that's kind of been the dilemma of this channel from the start because I didn't. But when I started it, I didn't know about the panelverse or anything, and I kind of found myself halfway in it or on the margins of it. So I've always been writing this line. This just like formalize it and clarifies it at an even higher level.
Yeah. So not just I'm new to I'm as new to Penrith as you are, and I was in pretty much a peanut gallery of the Beethosphere, which is adjacent to the Penrith.
What's the
Um,
what sphere?
the Beethosphere, I guess, pretty much the modern day debate, Crucibles, um, what's it
Oh,
called
debatosphere. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the non sequitur show. I was the paint gallery in there, but I just didn't know how to cross the barrier to entry to participate because you need to know someone to get on stage.
Daniel, exactly this. I have gay deer standards for quality, and I'm worried that some of these groups won't meet them, and that's probably my own elitism. But I am trying to start something kind of elite here.
I'm a fan of elitism. The Machine Lies has an elitist channel, so
Yeah,
but
I keep
don't
showing that chart all the time with the green arrows at the top, and like that's. I'm trying to keep my community in a certain direction, and
yeah.
some of these channels have the potential to be an influence that drags it in a different direction.
Yeah, so pretty much, if you get on a leaders channel, you're not going to want to make a bunch of alliances, and you shouldn't expect to have a big audience. Like Stephen Wolfram doesn't have a big audience, even though he's been broadcasting for years, has his own corporation, he has a doctorate degree. He doesn't get more than 50 viewers live. So
Yeah, I might be okay more with something like that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm open. I mean, I'm just barely out the gate right now with the monetization, so we'll see. I still need
yeah,
to set up memberships and membership tiers too.
you may not just if we don't have a schedule for that, don't even bother. Just don't worry about it.
Well, that's the next thing. Now that I did make my numbers, I'm thinking about a more consistent streaming schedule.
It didn't matter. In fact, I recommend against it because you try to do this consistent streaming schedule and you got better results streaming whenever you wanted. So I would
Well,
just not.
when Chris and I were doing it at the same time every day, that seemed to work really well too. We kept that going for a while.
but you cross the line not doing it. So,
Well, I could do both too. I could do certain streams consistently and then have some spontaneous streams around that.
I'm just gonna recommend against it because you cross the line not doing it.
I crossed the line.
Yes,
What does that mean? Whose line?
they mean you guys that mean you got to the goal not doing it.
Oh, cross that line, the finish line, from not doing
Yes,
it. Yeah, but
yes.
that doesn't mean there's still not value in doing it.
Well, let's think empirically. When you did do it, you kind of topped out. You were frustrated. You actually topped out. When you stopped doing it, you kind of exploded. So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but up to the point I topped out, doing it consistently was responsible for a lot of the growth getting to that point. So it did help with growth. So either way though, that's neither here nor there. I'll
all right,
figure that out as I go.
all right. Well, all I can do is present the facts. I don't really have anything else for you.
You're very good at that. Thank you. Do
See
you have
you later,
anything you
Jeff.
want to say in
Promote.
closing?
Anything I want to promote?
Wh-
No, I don't.
Where's the next panel you're headed to?
I don't know yet. I may go to Base Oracle if he's good. Otherwise, I want to get on Discord and try to debate atheists. So
Okay,
we
here,
stream
I
that.
will put Oracle's channel. So Oracle's streaming right now. He just started. If you're looking for another stream to hang out on, it may or may not be to your taste. I don't really know Oracle that well or what his channel's about. So if you find it interesting, hang around, give him a like, subscribe. If you don't, go wander the panelverse and see what you
Yeah,
get into.
Oracle's actually very similar to me. He goes and debates people. He's pretty similar to me. It just streams more than I do.
Well, you can check him out. All right. Well, thanks, Hank. It was good catching up, and we'll see you around. Puffy, hey, welcome. I was just about to wrap up. It looks like this was a slow night. I might come out again tonight. I'm gonna go do a few things here, and then if I'm around later, I might try another one. So, thanks again, everyone. It was good seeing familiar faces and hanging out, and we will do it again. Take care.